What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me on a lovely but very hot day. This is Ralph's BMW E30. Used to be a 325i, it's now sort of a 331i, and it is just insanely cool. So today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at the car, the mods, the spec, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. So let's have a look at this super cool car. As you might know, I also own a 325i E30. Mine is completely stock. Absolutely love it. 170 horsepower, 1100 kilos. It is super fun to drive. This is a different animal though. This is like properly angry, big turbo screaming. Super cool. Beautiful spec as well. This is BMW individual lapis blue. Super cool with this chrome trim, which is original. Absolutely stunning. Looks so cool with those yellow little lights. And then down there you've got the first giveaway of what this thing actually is, which is a monster. But that looks awesome. Hanging out there on the bottom. We've got these hardge wheels, also very nice, suit the car super well. Behind that we've got the brakes from a Mazda RX-7. Around the wheels we've got Nankang Sportmax AS2 Plus tires, little 215s at the front here, 16-inch wheels, Bilstein B12 suspension, which is also quite nice. Little side skirt there, which looks super cool. Is that part of the MTech package? I think it might be, because I think this is also an MTech rear, MTechnic, yeah, a rear bumper there, the lower part. So I think that's part of it as well. Looks super cool. Chrome trim as well, of course, gorgeous. And you can also check out Ralph's company, oldtimerseats.com and e30seats.com, because that's his company. And this thing is completely blue leather, super nice. But then look at this gorgeous, like new blue seats with a little tartan in there. Absolutely awesome. These are the sport seats with leather backed. Super cool. So that is what Ralph does. Check it out if you're interested. Also, he is willing to part with the car for around 35,000 euros. If you're interested, it might be for sale. We've got a 316 badge on the rear, which is also pretty cool. Dual exit exhaust. And then GGE Jesus. I think that's for good luck, if you have Jesus on your side. I think this is also an MTech 2 spoiler. Super cool. Or at least something that's supposed to look like that. Really nice. Looks awesome. And then let's check out the business end, which is this, of course. Now, Ralph has been driving E30 turbo cars for 15 years. This is his third engine in this car, but this one has been doing well for 25,000 kilometers now, so it seems to be holding up. 600 horsepower, as I said, 750 newton meters of torque. Little disclaimer, it is 32 degrees out. All this stuff is getting really hot. It's not performing at its best. I'm doing like a 7-ish second, 100 to 200, and Ralph said it's meant to be doing 5.5 seconds. So he said like around 10 degrees is perfect. So maybe we can get Ralph to come back in the fall and do a redemption run, because it deserves it. Even though 7 seconds is already quick, let's be honest, it's a quick little car. We've got the engine is an M50 underblock. We've got the moving parts like inside of an M54 and then the head of an M52. He said it's like 3.1-ish liters. And what else? We've got a massive turbo on the other side there, as you can see right there. Whole set 62mm turbo. We've got a 3-inch custom front to back exhaust, DP pistons, max speeding rods internals. It's got a Nuke fueling system, coils from an R8, and it's got a max ECU race to get the engine talking to, I haven't even said that, the ZF 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is freaking insane. So it's the ZF 8 HP, super cool, like F-series BMW gearbox, and it works, actually works pretty damn well, which is awesome. So let's have a look inside, where it is even hotter than outside, because No joke, it's actually like 45 degrees in here, and it gets hotter when we go and have a drive because I need to close the windows, well, almost all the way, and there's just so much heat coming in here from that engine, but it is definitely worth it. Oh, some nice business cards here. New and refurbished interiors and parts. Go check them out if you're looking for something. So, ZF shifter as well, the BMW shifter. We've got a lovely little 3-spoke steering wheel and a Mr. Cluster dial kit, which is super cool because you've got a turbo pressure gauge there instead of the, normally you have like the fuel economy, fuel consumption, but this is super cool. And now we've got a little display there as well. It is just so lovely. Okay, so let's head out for a little drive. I've got a little button here. Well, let me first show you how hot it actually is. I'm like full belly sweating over here. Sweating my balls off. Okay, so we're going to drive and sport, so we can shift manually. Going to leave the windows open for the B road, and then let's have a little go. We've got a little button there, like a little rotary knob for the turbo pressure. So this is 0.6 bar, and then I can go all the way to the right, which is 1.2. Oh, and it does make all the right sounds. We do have some horses over here on the left in their little home. So I'll try to keep it inside the tunnel. Wow. So it has that like quintessential big single turbo scream with the mandatory whooshes and blow-offs and whatnot. But because of that gearbox, it's actually pretty manageable, even though it's a pretty wild car that, you know, has a big surge of power from that turbo. Getting hotter in here. We're at like 46, 47 now, even though I have the windows open. So in this 600 or in this 0.6 bar map, it's actually very manageable and it drives really well. I love that bang on the shift as well, the little crackle. And because you have that max ECU, there are a lot of contingencies, like a lot of safety features that make sure that you don't do anything, or the car doesn't do anything it can do. It just shuts down basically if it loses oil pressure, or if it gets too hot, stuff like that, which is great. It also has quite a lot of grip. Oh wow. So let's see if we can do the 1.2 bar map. Yeah, we can. So the difference is massive. It sounds different, but also it just runs up to that red line at 6,500 RPM so quickly. All of a sudden it becomes so much more aggressive. Okay, windows up. Well, we're just going to put them all the way up because otherwise we have way too much wind noise, but it is freaking toasty in here. grab. All right. Oh, it is so intense. Let's do another little pull. So we need to go quite slow to build boost. God, it's getting hot in here. So you can hear and I can feel that the 1.2 bar map is a little rough, and that is probably down to all those safety features that have been built in. There on the bridge. So if we go back to the 0.6, you'll see that it runs a bit better. Oh, that bang on the shift is so cool. It's getting hot now. We're closing in on 50 degrees. I don't care. So temperature looking good. So I think it's just the way it sounds. So Ralph said to me that there was like a little bit of a sound when you hit the 1.2 bar map. I don't know how to explain it in proper English, but like flapping or rattling. I think that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's a 7.3 again. Whoa. Let's go back. I just like the 0.6. You can use it a bit better, you can use it a bit more, and runs just a little bit more cleanly up to the red line. Oh my god. It is, you know, it's hot when you have to open your windows while it's 32 degrees out and it feels like 15. I do really like the fact that you can switch between the two maps this easily and just use that 0.6 bar map if you are on a B road or whatever, where you can use a bit more of the car, like with a little bit less power and a little bit more time to go through the gears. And then if you have the space or the whatever, the need to go faster, the need for speed, you just turn it up and it becomes so much more aggressive. Super cool. I'm actually amazed that the GoPros are holding up, because we've got the new one, the Mission 1 Pro or whatever. It's actually really doing well, knock on wood, with the heat. And this one is holding out pretty nice. I mean, it's super hot to the touch, but... So, it so much. I love E30s in general, and this build, you know, keeping it within the BMW family with the ZF 8-speed. Oh, it is so cool. Speedometer really likes it. It's going a bit crazy, but I've got that GPS speedo. Ralph, thank you so much. He's got some other cool E30s, so maybe he will be back with even more power later on. I hope you'll be back with this one in the fall when we can do like a proper performance run. But for now, this is incredible. Thank you so much for bringing it to us. Really, really appreciate it, and it's an incredible build. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as well. You can subscribe by hitting the big button, check out the video on the right or the playlist on the left, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye.